Do you know what constitutes a legal start? Do you know how you're supposed to finish a boulder? Do you know what counts and doesn't count? You're going to find out in this video. Let's do this. Hi, my name's Gordon, Fat Old Climber, and if you're new to this channel's about plotting my progress as a mediocre climber as I develop and grow and improve. In this channel you'll find predominantly climbing with a bit of fitness and some weight loss. So in this video I want to talk about what you shouldn't do, can and can't do when you're completing a boulder. I want to stress something, however, bouldering should be fun. If you want to just climb whatever you want, however you want, for the fun of it, then do that. But if you want to plot your progress, if you want to be able to claim that V4, 5, 6, 7, 8, if you want to be competing with other people, if you want to enter competitions, then you really want to understand the rules. What I want to do first is I want to show you this little video of some moves, and we'll number them, and what I'd like you to do is have a look and see how many things you see which aren't right. Once you pick a number, then drop in the comments how many of them you spotted. So let's watch that video now. Okay, so how many did you spot? Let me know in the comments. I want to stress that I'm basing a lot of these rules on the IFSC rules, the International Federation of Sports Climbing rules, and those rules are predominantly aimed at competing, and we're not always competing when we go to the bouldering wall, and also some bouldering walls might have their own version of the rules, but I'm really interested in, as we go through, if you disagree with any of the things I say, if you disagree with any of the rules, or if that's not how the rules are in your gym, then let me know in the comments. By the way, if you're finding this interesting or useful and you're not subscribed, then help me out. I'm trying to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. When I look at my YouTube stats, still around 75% of people watching these videos are not subscribers. So if you're one of them, then do me a favour, hit subscribe if you find this kind of stuff useful. Let's go through and see how many there are. On this first one, Martin has both hands on the start holds but one foot in the mat, and he goes straight up from that position to the second hold. On the same climb, Fran uses one of the other holds to get up so that she can put both hands on the start hold. You're only allowed to touch the start holds to get on. Number 3, Fran holds onto the wall to get stable so that she can get a left toe hook in, leaning over to touch both hands on the start hold. You're allowed to use the wall to stabilise in order to get into a starting position. And here we see me doing a proper start. Both hands on the start holds, both feet off the ground before we make the first move. Moving on to moves on the wall, you can see here I'm using my thumb in the bolt hold to get a better grip on the hold. Totally allowed. And here we have Fran crimping on the very edge of a volume, another legal move. And here's one I see quite often on slabs, people using the holes in the wall to stay on the wall. You cannot use holes that don't have bolts or screws in them. And that goes for the holes in the volumes that are for mounting holds on them. Interestingly though, you can use the holes with the screws in them that have mounted the volume to the wall. And then we have the dab, which is where you use a hold of the wrong colour. The way I work this is if you accidentally brush your foot against a hold, it doesn't count. But if you actually benefit from standing on the hold, then it's an illegal move. And now on to the finishes. Another common one you see is barely managing to get the second hand to the top hold before falling off. You have to be in control. Another one is forgetting to match, one hand on the hold and thinking it's done. And then here we see a proper legal finish. Matching on the top hold, in control for a few seconds. Admittedly, you will see people just touching the hold with a little boop, but they tend to do this only when they know they're in control. Okay, so there you have it. What constitutes a successful start, or a legal start as I like to call it. What the do's and don'ts are, what constitutes a legal finish, and what you can and can't do on the way up the wall. I'm not necessarily a stickler for the rules, although I am known for that in our little climbing community. And one of the things is that obviously I follow a lot of climbers on Instagram, and every now and then you'll see someone post a video saying smash my first V5 or smash my first F6, depending on what grading system you use. And you look at it and you think, well, you didn't really do a legal start. And one of the reasons I'm interested in that is sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes the start is the crux. Sometimes what makes the climb that grade is how hard it is to start. Sit starts are a good example. If you look at grading of climbs outside, sometimes you'll see a climb and it's a V4, and then you read and it's a V7 if it's a sit start. Sit starts can be difficult and they're not for everyone. So just to sum up, if all you want to do is climb up walls, do what you like. If all you want to do is have fun and exercise, do what you like. None of this matters. If you want to compete with yourself, if you want to see progress and development as you go through your climbing journey, then it's always useful to be climbing routes in the correct manner. So make sure you have both hands on the start holds to start. Make sure both your feet are off the ground before you start moving. Don't do any of these things you're not supposed to do on the way up. And make sure you match in control towards the end. Obviously, if it's a top out, you climb up to the top. Hope you find that useful and maybe you've learned something. Let me know in the comments the things that you see that you think people need to stop doing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Keep climbing.